Hello everybody, my name's Chris from Christchurch and welcome back to KiwiCan. This lesson is about goal setting and we're going to go over to Gabby soon for our main activity on goal setting. But first, you're with me for a quick energizer. Before we get to that energizer though, we got to do our awesome new catchphrase. Are you ready? So same as always, I say, you say. KiwiCan says...
KiwiCan says...
When you want to grow...
When we want to grow...
You set a goal.
We set a goal.
Improve your body.
Improve our body.
Mind and soul.
Mind and soul.
Awesome job. So this energizer is about goal setting as well. It's a really simple jumping energizer. Get your body warmed up, get your mind ready for the next lesson. So what you need to do is you just need to find a straight line anywhere. And it can be a straight line in your garden, it can be a line in your living room somewhere, as long as there is enough space to do this. And what you're going to do is start with 2 feet together, and then when we jump with 2 feet and we land with those 2 feet, like so. You can't jump with 1 foot in front of the other. Once you've landed with 2 feet down, you can't take a step forward and then have it there. You have to stay exactly where those 2 feet have landed the first time you land. Once you've landed, you got to put this stick at the back of your heels on the ground. So if I've landed here, I put the stick here at the back of my feet, and that marks how far I jumped. And the aim is for you to jump as far as you can possibly jump. Push yourself to jump as far as you can. So I give it a go, just like this. 2 feet at the back, and 2-footed jump. And then we mark it with the stick. So now I can see exactly how far I've jumped. So I'm going to give it another go and see if I can beat that distance. I need to get another stick so I can mark it out. Ooh, I found a stone instead. So my stick is there. I'm going to see if I can beat that distance. Ooh, close. I need some more stones. Okay. I'll go again. What? That one doesn't count. This one's number 4. That one is further than the other 2. So I'm going to see if I can beat all of those ones with this last one. I got to really push myself. Yeah. This too was about goal setting. At the beginning, I hadn't jumped before. There was no marker there at all, but I jumped anyway, and then I placed the marker behind me. So then I'd set my first goal, hadn't I? Because the first time I did it, there was no goal set because I'd never done it before. I didn't know how far I could jump. But after I'd tried it once, I then had a goal because I'd set a marker for my second time to beat. So then I tried it again the second time. I got really, really close. Third time, I fell backwards and I messed it up. 4th time, I tried again. And 5th time, I got even further. So that's the point behind that little energizer. If we've never done something before, it's hard to set a goal because we don't know what we're setting that goal for. But after we've done it, then it's much easier for us to go, oh, okay, so that time I didn't jump as far, so now I have a goal to set. That's all that was about. Hopefully you did a good job where you were and you beat your little goals that you had set. So now we are going to go over to Gabby for the main part of the lesson. See you later.
So for today we are learning that big R word. Who can remember what it is? Yes, if you said resilience, you are correct. Resilient people always have a positive outlook on the future. They're always setting goals to improve themselves, so that's why we're going to focus on goal setting today. I'm going to teach you how to make a SMART goal. And SMART stands for specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, and timed. Alright, to start our SMART goal, we are going to start with S. Who can remember what S stands for? Yep, specific. So we want to make our goals specific because, for example, if my SMART goal was to read more books, that's not very specific. So I'm going to write down, I want to read for 20 minutes per day. So the next letter in our SMART goal is M. Who can remember what M stands for? Yep, so it is measurable. We want our goals to be measurable so we know what time we need to do that goal in or a certain time we need to finish it. So I'm going to write down here, I will set a timer, set a timer for 20 minutes. Alright, the next letter is A. Who can remember what A stands for? If you said achievable, you would be correct. So we want to make sure that our SMART goal is achievable, that we can do it in our bubble. So for example, if I said I wanted to read a book that's not available in my house, that's not really achievable during this time. So I'm going to have to pick a book that's in my house. So I'm going to write, I will pick a book that's already in my house. Alright, so the next letter is R. Who can remember what R stands for? If you said realistic, that is correct. So we want to make sure that this is something that we can achieve either per day or in the certain amount of time we've chosen. So I can't really say that I'm going to sit down and read for 8 hours per day. I know I'm not going to really do that. So I'm going to stick with the 20 minutes that I've put here. So I'm just going to write again, I will read for 20 minutes per day.
Just to remember as well.
Alright, so the last letter is T. Who can remember what T stands for? T stands for time. So we want to make sure that we finish this book. So we're going to give ourselves a goal of when we want to finish the book, because we are going to be reading for 20 minutes per day. But let's come up with a date where we want to finish this by as well. So you might want to give yourself a couple of weeks, or maybe you read a bit faster, so you might give yourself a week. I'm a bit of a slower reader, so I'm going to give myself maybe 4 weeks. So I'm going to write, I will finish my book in 4 weeks. Alright, so this is quite a lot to read on the board at the moment, so let's combine all of this into one easy to read sentence. So I've just combined everything from what I wrote in my SMART acronym into one easy to read sentence. So I've written, I will read one book in my house for 20 minutes per day, every day for 4 weeks. So this is what I would show to someone in my bubble, just to let them know this is the goal that I want to achieve, or I might put this somewhere that I can see it every day just to remind myself of what I want to achieve. Okay, now it is your turn to make your SMART goal. So I'm going to put some more suggestions onto the screen just so you have an idea of what you might want to do for your goal. You don't have to do reading books. It can be something completely different. Here is a SMART goal sheet for you to copy if you want to make it look pretty, or just something to copy off. So pause the video now. Goals are super important to keep us achieving and keep us growing. And the more that we keep accepting challenges and achieving those goals, we can go on to achieve bigger and better things.
Hopefully you enjoyed that lesson and you took as much in as you could. We're just about to wrap up, but before we do, we're going to give you a few GKQs, a few questions to try and answer. You got to answer them in your minds. You don't need a piece of paper. Your first question is, what social media platform did Mark Zuckerberg invent? That should be an easy one. Is it Instagram? Is it Snapchat? Is it Facebook? Or is it Twitter? You should know that one. That one should be really easy. Mark Zuckerberg invented Facebook. Next question. How many stomachs do cows have? Bit of an obscure one. How many do they have? Do they have 3 stomachs, 4 stomachs, 5 stomachs, or 6 stomachs? Cows have 4 stomachs. Good job if you got that. I didn't know that one. Question number 3. In which country will you find the Taj Mahal? Is it Vietnam, Pakistan, India, or Russia? Where is the Taj Mahal? The Taj Mahal is in, if you haven't got it already, it is India. Well done if you got that one right. And your last question, question 4, is where in your body will you find the patella? Do you find it in your shoulder, in your arm, or in your knee? Your patella, if you haven't got it yet, your patella you find in your knee. Well done if you got that one. That was the last question, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed this lesson, and hopefully you enjoy next week's lesson. That's all for you, and that's all from us here at KiwiCan. Hope you have a great week. See you again next time. Bye.